Welcome to Shelor Select. The whole system will be ready in a few minutes. Take your seat and enjoy.
James, we're podcasting, man.
All right, thanks for having me over.
Yeah, dude.
Or having us over. Sarah's in the room over here,
We
too.
got Sarah on the streets fact-checking over there. All right, so this is the first episode. We're off, man. We're running. Let's cheers or something, man.
Yeah, I think
I'm a little-
here's that, yeah.
I'm a little nervous.
That's all right. That's a good thing if you're nervous, right? It's like doing something new or something that's you're not sure about or scary is probably a good thing, right?
You remember your first day of CrossFit? Were you nervous then?
Yeah. Well, I didn't even start at the first day of the gym. Was it like that? First day at the gym, yeah, for sure. I had no idea. I did a couple of the classes at the university.
The Are You Fit stuff?
Yeah,
back in it, man.
So
What was it, like 2013, 12?
2013, yeah, it was well, maybe it was 2012 when I did a couple of the classes, and then 2013 after that it was like technically maybe the first class. So
Yeah.
I was babe in the woods, man. I had no idea what was going on. Like I think one of the first things we did was like I don't know, like kettlebell swings or a push press or something like that, something like really easy. And I think I hit myself in the face like with the barbell or something like that one of the first days. And it was like next day was like a workout with like push-ups and pull-ups, and I couldn't do any of those. So it was like, this is good.
Yeah,
This is gonna be
it's
great.
going great.
It's gonna be great.
Was this down in the basement of Peters? Or is that where they did it at?
Yeah, it was like what do they call the bunker?
Oh, they used to do karate in there or something, right? It had a blue floor.
Yeah, it's like really padded.
Yeah,
so it's like well, not really padded. Like it's like it'd be like if you put like a small layer of rubber over concrete. So like if you were like fall down, you still feel like you hit concrete.
Bad.
Yeah, no, it was I don't know. At the gym. Well, that was 2013. What was it, May?
May-ish, yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, maybe
When it first opened up at the old lawnmower restaurant thing, whatever it was called.
Oh, behind the.
But is that what you're talking about? Or are you talking about down to Radford still? University?
At the university, I don't know how long they did it. I came to a
I don't
class
know.
at like that was like 2012, I think. Because October 13th, or sorry, October, I got my L1 of that year.
So that they were
May.
still doing that while
Right.
they built the first box.
Mm.
Yeah, that's right.
So like, yeah, so that would be, I don't know. That was like 2012.
Oh yeah,
I would say 2012, yeah.
12, and then it merged into 13 to the first box.
The first one, yeah.
And then that slowly faded out, and then everyone started coming down to the actual CrossFit.
Is that where you were kind of, you guys were messing around before
Yeah,
that, right?
Renee and I were doing CrossFit football for a while.
Oh, okay. John Wellborn before?
Yeah, like this was old school, like not even like with the website, what it is now. And I didn't even never heard of John Wellborn before.
You just knew it was CrossFit football.
Yeah, that's all I do is CrossFit football, and it was lifting heavy stuff. And it was fun. I liked it, but I still didn't know what the hell I was doing. But it was just a lot of weightlifting. What are you doing, dog? A lot more weightlifting rather than cardio and all that. Like I didn't even have double unders or anything. I remember doing those the first time. Trash.
Now you got like triple unders, quadruple unders.
Yeah, I don't know about all that, but shoot, we're trying, man.
So what do you think? What was your first CrossFit workout then?
We did like similar to what we did the first one. I truly remember, like the other day when we were doing like that 10,000 pound, doing that 10,000 pound workout on chalk or whatever.
Oh, really?
It was.
Okay, and that was one of the first ones.
Well, it was something similar to that. It was like do like a squat, bench, deadlift, but accumulate. I forgot how many pounds it was.
Okay,
and I was just like, this is fucking insane.
Was
dude.
it? And that was a CrossFit football workout.
That was a CrossFit football workout, and you could pick the weights, and that's why I wanted to do that one at chalk so bad. Cause like, oh, this is like the first one I remember.
Right.
I remember. So
dang, I didn't know that. That's cool.
yeah, I mean,
I would have tried to go a little harder than if I knew that.
no,
I wouldn't have changed anything. I know.
I don't want to change anything. I don't even remember if I even finished that one. To be honest with you, me and Renee, what we did.
It was it like literally the same thing, like power clean?
No, I think it was just bench, deadlift, squat, and that's all you could do.
Okay.
Yeah, it was just the main three major moves. And then I remember we were doing it in Peters, like inside the actual weight room.
Right.
And I was just going bouncing back and forth, like during the lunch break hour.
Okay,
or whatever.
right.
That's when I was actually working there in my first job. But yeah.
That was that was in the Bonnie, right? When you were still working there.
Still working on that, or whatever. But and that's kind of when I don't know when Foster came in and started checking it out more. But I think him and Renee were kind of slowly doing stuff on the side.
Right.
Yeah.
To get into it.
Yeah, and then like that's when Foster started getting more into it. Like, hey, what are you doing? I was like, I'm in this shit too right now, man.
Well, I mean, I think like what you asked me earlier. I think I was 2012 to be honest, because I think I remember going to a couple classes and then like it was at the same time we were doing ultimate frisbee, and that's all I really cared about at the time. So I was like, I probably getting a little bit of shape. I don't really know anything about the games. I think I watched like one video of the CrossFit Games. It was like, or not even the CrossFit Games. It was like the Big Sky event or something like that. There was like a video of like him and like it was like Rich, Dan, and I want to say like Rob Orlando or something like that. It was probably like one of the first videos I watched, and they're like doing like snatch and cleaning. I'm like, doesn't mean anything to me at the time. So I'm like, I think it's in like Montana. Of course, it's in Montana or something like that. Big
It's
Sky,
like a big
man.
resort,
So,
right?
Yeah.
So
So there's like during the summer, and then a buddy of mine who I wrestled with was like, you should try CrossFit. There's not one down here. He's like, well, next time you come home, you should try one. And then that's how I kind of ended up finding the fitness class, I guess. But
yeah,
I mean, 2012. So, gosh, it seems so long ago. When you think about it,
now it's like 9 years ago. Like 2020 is over, bro.
We got a little bit of time left, and
barely.
Goodness.
Wait, how was the ultimate frisbee? How'd you get into that?
Kind of my accident. Like I didn't like when coming to Radford. I didn't have like I knew I wanted to do like a club sport or something like that. Sure. I knew that there was like positive and negative things about the lacrosse team, and I'd play lacrosse forever, and I was really interested in like, man, I want to do something again, but I had all that surgery, and I told you all that stuff before, right? Like a lot of reconstructive surgery, so I was like, I want to do something, and at the same time, I was like, I probably should buckle down and spend a little more time with school. And then, like maybe I should take something that's not so serious or so like super time demanding. And the ultimate frisbee was, I think a guy I went to high school with was on the team, and it was Mike. His name was Mike, and then
Mike
had said you should come down and try it out. I didn't really know anybody coming down here. Oh gosh. Protecting us. But yeah, I had said it, or like he was like one of the only few people I knew down here. I knew a lot of people from my high school had gone down here, but I don't know. I came to a couple like events that they had, and I was like, okay, it's pretty chill. Everyone seems like they're pretty cool. So I just kind of get into it because I played like it in high school, like randomly.
Yeah.
And then
you had an ultimate frisbee in high school?
Well, like not a team, but we would play cross country, and like when we were supposed to be doing stuff at practice, like running and stuff like that, we would like hide it under our shirts and like run. They had a golf course behind our high school, so we'd run out and play like not on the golf course, but like they had like an area up that was up against the golf course that was like pretty much an open field. So when we were supposed to be running around the golf course, they had a trail around. We played ultimate frisbee instead because I was not built to be a cross country runner. So
I don't know how that is.
Because you did too, right?
Yeah, 2 years, 11th.
Okay.
Yeah, my 11th and 12th, and it was supposed to get us better in shape for basketball. Man, worst decision ever made.
I mean, you do run a lot of miles in basketball, right?
A lot of sprints.
But not running.
Not
like
long distance. My buddy suckered me in on that one, bro. I was like, yeah, could it be bad? I don't mind running, man.
My uncle is a track coach and for Lake Braddock High School, and
where's that?
That's in Fairfax, and Northern Virginia, and like that was his game, like cross country, track, and all that. So, I was looking for get a sport to do going into high school, and he's like, you should try this because I think I went to a summer camp that he helped run. That was also like a cross country camp.
Yeah.
So I went 1 year, and he's like, you should come try it. And I was like, okay, sure. Yeah, I'll get in shape for like other sports as I wanted to play lacrosse and
for sure
like wrestling and things like that. So he's like, oh, that'll be great. It was not cut out for me. I did it 4 years, but it was more of like, you should do this so you can lose some weight to get into for wrestling or to lacrosse or anything like that. So not a lot of running and wrestling, but lacrosse I could maybe kind of help, I guess. But
no, for sure.
But yeah, that's kind of how I got into the cross country, and then more or less I casually played ultimate frisbee. I threw it like frisbee with my brother every once in a while. We'd like bring it to the beach and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So, like when we just randomly pick it up. And then I was like, oh, okay. I knew there was rules and stuff like this. Oh, welcome back. And yeah, no, I was like, this is really casual. Everyone seems to be like, we're gonna have a good time. On the weekends we'll have parties and stuff like that. And I was like, okay, that's cool. So yeah, and it only cost like $50 to join at the time. So I was like, for dues and all that stuff like that. And they're like, yeah, we go to tournaments and we travel all around and do all that stuff. So it was pretty cool. So yeah, and I think like at the time lacrosse was like expensive. I can't remember. It was either expensive or like.
Is it just for the gear? Is that why?
Yeah,
I've never played. We
like,
didn't even have lacrosse. I didn't know anything about it growing up.
Well, like
we barely
I had all the
soccer
equipment
team.
and stuff like that, but like I think for like dues and stuff like that, and I can remember with like the Radford University was like, yeah, dues for like travel and doing other things. At the time, Frisbee was like, just bring shoes and show up to the place, and we pretty much take care of everything else. Lacrosse was like a couple $100 for dues every semester, and I was like, I don't know if I want to do that again.
Is that for all like club sports?
Yeah, so I mean they're all kind of set.
Is it all each different?
Yeah,
prices?
Like we had a big team at the time, so like the dues didn't have to be very big, but like when our team was small, like in a couple of years, like towards the end, like we had to make dues a little higher, but everything was like $80 at the most, and I think that would go towards like their jersey and like travel to like we went to Louisville one time to do a tournament. We did a tournament like in was at Disto Beach, and that's South Carolina. Yeah, it's like way down there.
Is that a pretty nice beach? I guess.
We saw most of it at night, but yeah, it was fine. No, it was a night when we ended up staying just pretty much right on the beach, and yeah, they canceled the tournament as we were driving down. Like it's like a 6-hour drive. 4 hours into it, they canceled, and we were like, well, we've already paid for everything, so we might as well go down and call like one of the other colleges and be like, if you guys want to scrimmage or anything like that. And then, of course, we had some social activities that weekend that was. Yeah, like more extracurricular activities, right?
A little fun
of college age people having a good time. Yeah,
yeah, you know. So having a little sweet tea,
right? Yeah, like some cold beverages, some Cokes, and some Mountain Dews. Sponsored.
Oh man, that'd be some good times throwing down with the boys.
So yeah, like you said, yeah, it was more fun than anything. But like you run so much in.
No, we can probably cancel that out.
Jamie can take care of that.
Yeah, Jamie, we can get this in post, right?
If he's got extra time, like he's not working with Joe.
Instead of Jamie, we got a Sarah right now. But yeah, man, we're doing it, man. Got it's a little setup, a little budget setup, but it's working. You know.
Yeah.
I mean, I think.
I like the. I mean, you were telling us about the table before we started.
Yeah, but I didn't know it was going to be for this purpose. I thought it was going to be some other stuff going on with it.
Well, I mean, shoot.
This is just like, oh man, we just might as well make it happen, dude. I don't know if I like these mic stands.
What do you mean?
You seen
like
those?
You mean off to the side or something like that?
They got these boom arms or whatever, and it's just, I don't know. I feel like I'm fidgeting with it.
So maybe you want to like maybe set it off on the ground or something like this?
Well, that's what I thought about getting a real long one. It's just a short one, so I don't know. But I don't know. We'll see how the setup goes later on.
It'll you get used to it, right?
Evolve it, baby.
This is the first one, so it's not. How many podcasts have you done before this?
Oh yeah, 17.
17. Okay, all right. So
no, first
they use all boom mics and all that one. So
nervous as fuck, dude. Just like overthought this whole project. Just like, why am I doing this? Is this going to be fun? Kind of like we were talking in the car on the way up here, or not on the way up here, up to the
earlier
lake. Yeah, I was like, should I do this? Is this going to be okay? But I think there's going to be a lot of positives out to it.
Yeah.
It's just fun so far.
It's definitely an outlet to put a lot of your energy and especially
you need a little creative mindset, right?
Right.
I don't know. But so anyway, working out tomorrow.
I hope so. Yeah.
Did you look at it?
I did not look at it. What's the workout?
Just deload squats. What I saw.
Yeah. Yeah. It shouldn't be too bad. Are they going wild over there?
Yeah. The dog's behind us trying to get in on the film. But no, deload week, then it's like I think it's a 15-minute AMRAP.
Or something
crazy.
like that. Yeah,
nothing crazy. It's like 888, then move up.
I'm
2
reps.
I'm
definitely glad it's a deload week after coming off the weekend. We had Thanksgiving. The first week back was kind of rough, and then like going away for Sarah's birthday at the old Smith Mountain Lake, and that was really nice. So it'll be nice to have a nice deload week coming back into it.
Exactly. That was a lot of fun this weekend. I saw a new phone. Who dis at TJ Maxx tonight? I thought I almost sent you a snap. I was like, nah, I ain't doing that. So whatever. I was like, she already knows about it. But anyway.
I mean, there's a couple of versions of that game, too, that I know we talked about before, but, that was a good one.
Yeah, the Cards Against
Do you like
Humanity.
Speed Solitaire?
Oh, that was a lot of fun,
really good?
dude. That was probably the favorite.
Because you're more like you like the competitive stuff.
Yeah, I was
more,
like,
right?
okay. And then, at first I was like, this sucks because I don't know what the fuck I'm looking at. I was like, I don't like everyone else is doing stuff, and I felt like an idiot.
Right.
Like, what am I missing? But then I got into it, and I'm like, okay, I kind of got it now.
Yeah, like I think the first time I when Sarah was teaching me, and apparently I don't know all the rules again because I cheated in the first round based on her instructions. So I guess okay. Well, I guess she instructed me to cheat then. So
Sarah, can you pull the rules up, please? We might go over these real quick.
Yeah, I'll read it.
So she had them saved, and we still talked about it, and I still messed it up, but I won the first round, so I think
because you cheated.
Well, it worked out for me, so I think everyone still had a good time. No, I think the very first time that we played with her family, and it was like that where everything's happening so fast, and you're like, I want to do as much as I can. So I'm just like, your mind is racing, looking at all the stuff on the board, and I don't know. It was really fun because like obviously most card games are very casual and like.
I was overwhelmed at first. I was like,
the first couple of hands, you're just like, okay, stuff's happening.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna hold on my cards here.
I felt like a huge idiot, dude, because y'all are doing stuff, and I'm like, I don't get it.
Yeah, the need to want to just do something with your hands and like throw stuff down is like insane, especially when like someone like Sarah next to her is like just throwing like 4 or 5 down like immediately, and you're like, well, yeah, I'm not doing nothing.
Exactly. Just sitting here watching, I felt like, what do I do with my hands, Ricky Bobby?
But no, it's definitely fun, especially like when like what Chad was saying, like you're like really get into it, and it's like especially like if you have a couple of people who have played before, like there's definitely a little bit of strategy, but I don't know too much about like the optimal strategy. But I thought it was just because it's kind of like just I don't know, really really easy to pick up after you play a couple times, and then after that it's not so like
I get
disorienting. Maybe
disorienting. Start to calm down. Like, all right, just calm down, play your moves. You know what you're doing. Get a little strategy in your own head. But I don't know. It worked out. I liked it though.
Yeah, it was cool. We haven't played that in how many years, Sarah?
What?
Like that game? How many years since we haven't played that? Like
Speed Solitaire?
Yeah.
It's been. I mean, the last time I remember playing it was down at like Aunt Kay's house.
So yeah, that must have been like 3 years ago, 4 years ago.
Yeah.
At least like 3 years ago.
So maybe like I said, some of us are a little rusty on the rules, but still
I've read them.
Sure. But
yeah,
that's good, man. Yeah, playing games with everybody, that was really cool.
Yeah, everyone had a good time. It was fun. I don't get to do that very often, especially now in quarantine.
Right. Well, we did a good job of quarantining ourselves. Like not many people on the lake, right?
Right.
What is it? None of the breweries or wineries or anything like that were open either, so it's not like we had a choice, I guess, right?
Exactly. We made the best of it, though.
That's what Sarah was in. Like we were talking about it, like a little while ago, just now. Was that we didn't really do anything, but it was just so nice to be unplugged and not have to worry about it.
It's nice to get out there a little bit and do something other than just stay in Radford.
Right.
That's what I kind of grabbed from it.
And it not being too far away.
Exactly. An easy little drive. Well, I don't know about easy Friday night.
Okay, so going in was a little tedious, right?
On the way home was a lot better, for sure.
Yeah, because when we drove in, I mean, you were riding in the car.
Yeah, I was just like, wait, if I can't see shit, and I hope he can. I didn't want to say it.
No, I apologized a couple times. Like, I'm really sorry, man.
Like, you don't have to be sorry, bro. I get it. I'm glad it's not me right now.
Yeah, I was a little more not like stressed because maybe this sounds bad to say. Not that I would be like, whatever happens, right? If it's just me, but like, with someone else in the car, you're always like, okay.
If he dies, he dies.
Well, yeah. He's like, well, he's on the tree side first, so I can't mess that up. I guess, he's the first one in the mess. So. But, that was cool. It was good to see Chad too because he, came in pretty much at exactly the same time.
That was weird how that worked out.
They were like, you didn't see him? Like, what do you mean didn't see him? Like he was following us in, pushing a car down the hill or something like that.
That's what it felt like.
I heard a knock on the door and I was like, that's weird. What's this?
So weird.
Yeah, I mean, we were probably one of the only people on that. I don't know how far it went down, but I feel like we were like only one or two.
I went up this morning, I heard people talking like across.
Oh, okay.
But other than that, I don't know.
Just like you were, saying for the horror movie. And we're the only ones out there. Last house on the left, or we were the first or second house on the right, or something.
Speaking of that, we were talking about the rental. Did everyone survive in the rental? Spoiler alert for anyone.
Oh shit! Well, sorry, I'm not sponsored by them.
Yeah,
So
I couldn't remember if everyone survived or only one person. I thought one person survived. I was trying to think.
I thought it was that the dog was the only one.
Maybe it was just a dog. And
So we think.
And then it shows at the end just what the killer's doing. Was that what it was?
Yeah, the killer was like resetting or something
Yeah, he
like
was
that.
resetting
Resetting
his
the
new
face.
Hey.
Oh. You want to get on there too? Yeah, I thought it was. I thought everyone didn't make it
I couldn't remember.
because
The last girl ran off
the cliff.
cliff, right?
Yeah.
So it's like questionable if she made it or not.
Okay,
But,
that's right. They
like,
didn't let you know.
We're probably gonna go with probably not.
Probably not. I would definitely think not.
I mean, she could have got like sick or something like that from being on the element, so she probably died. Is what they were saying. It's like we don't know, but she's probably got like
Well, what happened to the dog though at the end? If it was still alive, no one knows that either.
I thought it just because like the guy, the killer, or whatever the rental guy, or wasn't the owner, whoever the guy was, the guy that had rented before, right? Like the dog came up to him or something like that. I can't remember. I can remember something like that. Yeah. James Franco's dog or whoever's movie it was.
James Franco's dog. It was his movie though.
Because his brother was in it, right?
James Franco?
Dave Franco was in it, right?
Yes.
Okay.
I don't remember. Sarah, can you look that up, please? But by the way, everyone, we're halfway talking out of our ass here, so we don't have
Well, Chris is halfway, and I'm mostly talking out of my ass most of the time.
Exactly. So, for those hearing some random noises, we got 2 dogs running around here in this live studio, so we'll see if we can do some of that and post editing too. But
are you gonna add them to your not logo or anything like that? No. Okay, all right.
Nah.
Too soon. Sorry.
Nah. Take them to the pound before I do anything.
Oh shoot. I don't think there's like 2 people that I know that wouldn't let that happen.
Exactly. Maybe I shouldn't say that. Probably get canceled on here for saying stuff like that. Huh? Get canceled your first episode.
Well, it was a good run, man.
Hey, man. Tried.
Essentially, this is the test run for all the equipment. Then, if you just got canceled, it's good run for someone else. Man, that is really nice equipment that they tested out for us. But
Wait, so what was the question about the rental?
Who was Dave Franco in it?
Was it Dave?
No, James Franco.
James Franco made it.
Director.
Was it Dave Franco that was in the movie?
Dave Franco was his brother.
I mean, in the cast list I'm looking at, there is no Dave Franco's listed.
Oh.
So maybe he was just like a...
Well, who was the main girl in it, though? She was in a lot of stuff, I think.
Allison Brie.
Yeah.
Sheila Band. Jeremy Allen White.
Oh. Okay.
Dan Stevens.
I don't know
Those
the rest
were
of
the 4 main,
Okay, I don't remember that. I only remember the Allison. Because she's been in a lot of other movies.
I can't picture any of it. I remember seeing the movie. I was there. I for sure was there. I remember watching it. I don't remember the faces right now.
Yeah.
I thought he was in it. Maybe I'm just thinking he was or something like that. But
I don't remember the last movie I saw him in.
Dave Franco?
Yeah.
Sarah, what's the one that has...
Sorry, can you pull that up?
It's...
The last movie you saw with him in? No.
Or just, I don't know.
The one, what's the one where they move into the fraternities next door?
Oh, Neighbors, right?
Yeah.
With Sean Sean Green? No, not Sean Green. Seth Puckett, no. Man, idiot. Can't remember nobody's
Seth
name.
Rogen. Seth Rogen. And then it's
I'm stupid.
Zac Efron.
There you go.
We were thinking of Zac Efron. And then
you right.
He was one of the fraternity brothers, I think. That was the thing. Only thing I remember him from, because they made 2 of them, so I'm assuming that he was in the first one. First one for sure, second one maybe, but I don't know.
So the rental was directed and produced by Dave Franco.
So it was Dave Franco was the guy that made it, and we're just
Dave Franco made it.
Yeah, not James Franco.
James is the one that was in like Pineapple Express.
Right.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Man. All right, we pulled.
So it's the same dude.
We made all that up, ladies and gentlemen.
So one of the Franco clan made that movie and was involved. And the
this
other guy
is the type of quality you get listening to this podcast. You are welcome. Okay. Well, we got that straight now. So we know.
Right.
See, this is one of the benefits of it. Now we learn. Next time it comes up in conversation, we can be like, hey, asshole, listen, we know.
I couldn't tell you what they look like, but I know that they were in there. Actually, I know what Dave Franco looks like.
He's kind of skinny.
Sure. Yeah. And
well, James is Franco.
Have you seen Zac Efron's new show?
Is it on Netflix?
Yeah, Yeah.
And he's like traveling and like doing like
tests
projects.
all the food and stuff.
I think
like
I
that.
watched the trailer, but I never did sit down and actually watch an episode. It's pretty good.
I mean, yeah, I think.
Did you watch it?
Couple ones like she's seen more than I have. But I thought it was pretty good. And like he's, it's kind of like almost like reminded me of like a travel channel, like Anthony Bourdain kind of. He'll go to a different place and he'll like learn about all the stuff. And I mean, I know Anthony Bourdain was a totally different kind of show, but like he was really good and like go to that. For one example, they went to like some very specific area where they talk about like potatoes and I guess the effect of like creating all these, but like how like such a wide swatch of people rely on that as like the primary source of like food.
Yeah.
And that there's, was it a food bank or something like that? They had essentially just all the variations of any potato ever listed around, so that I guess like they could prevent like famine and all that stuff and hunger and like create it for specific different climates that were this potato will work better there, but as they'll have a show or have a part of the show where it's like someone will cook something that's unique or has something that's unique to the area, but like
one episode was just like all about water.
It's like its quality of water and it was a brewery, right? It was about a brewery.
This one was just like about water.
I thought it was like the water they selected or something like that.
They're taking like
I've been
dirty
casually
water,
watching it apparently. So
No, it was just like talking about like all the different kinds of like how like bottled water is just they all say various things. I guess there's like various places that like our water's the best. And like in the show, like Dave. Sorry, I was still looking up stuff about him. Like in the show, it like talks about him and somebody else go to some restaurant in California. I think maybe it wasn't in California, and they try all these different kinds of water and like try to taste like like the not like acidic, but like pH. I don't know if that's the right thing either, but like all these different levels in water. It's kind of interesting. Just watch it.
We're not selling it super hard, but like it is a good show. It is a good show.
It's reminding me of like Bill Gates trying to do some new water project, like put like sanitary water, like actually when third world countries where they're actually they don't have like bathrooms and stuff. He's trying to make it like they actually can use like the dirty water and filtrate it to where it's actually usable water.
Yeah, it's
what if it's plans like the Bill Gates Foundation or something's doing? I don't know. Somebody might want to write in on that and tell us about it. Sarah, can you pull that up too?
Just Google Bill Gates and water, I think.
But I think
one result will come up.
It was a documentary on that I was watching. But I guess he's probably focused on COVID vaccine now.
You see the TED Talk that they had recently with him? Or not recently, in the past couple of years, that he had projected that the next crazy thing or the next thing that people should be on the lookout for is actually like a virus or something getting sick. And this was like 2 years before COVID. I want to say it was like a year or two before COVID.
So he was
the next major thing would have been like, hey, there's all these like wars and stuff like that, and everyone's been really stressed about like stuff like in the Middle East and like, are we going to get into another war and all this stuff? And then he's like, well, actually, I think the biggest thing probably coming up is a virus, or like what would we do if there was a pandemic or something like that. And it was very like prophetic, like the next year or two, then we have COVID. Mm-hmm. So I have no idea what. I think he was saying like, hey, we need to like really work on getting our infrastructure where we need. I don't know. I can't remember exactly.
No, that makes sense.
But it's kind of crazy that it's one of those that you look back in hindsight, it's easy to be like, oh shit, he knew exactly what was going to happen. But
it's like, how did he call it? What is this, like every 100 years we have a pandemic?
Or something like that.
And what it is? It was 1912? Was that,
or 1812? It was like the Spanish flu or something like that?
Was that 1812?
I think. Was it 1912? No, so it would have been like what, around the World War I?
So it would have been like 1920.
Yeah, probably like 18. I think 1918.
Was there a pandemic going on?
Not a history buff, but I think 1918 or something was like when the World War I finished. So it was like right after that.
World War II was 45.
And
it was a good year.
Back-to-back world champs.
What year?
The last pandemic?
Yeah, last pandemic.
Was in what year?
1912-ish.
1918.
Oh, okay, we don't went that far off. That's not bad. Well, what was it? Was that the flu?
Influenza.
So it was like that. Then
influenza. Okay, right.
Then wasn't polio a little bit after that?
I don't know if that was a pandemic. That
Well,
was
it
just
wasn't a
like
pandemic,
that was
but
one of those that
I guess that's more on the vaccine, I guess, right?
yeah, like it was something that was like before they had a vaccine created that was really
and it was starting to
prevalent.
spread.
Yeah.
And they wouldn't let their kids play with each other because they were afraid of everyone getting polio. Maybe.
Was that polio? Is like those one with
Right? Or I may have just made that up.
I don't know. I guess I don't know. I knew that that was the one like FDR had it because he couldn't walk or something. I think that was like the reason why he had.
Yeah.
Is it?
No, but he got cured, or did he not get cured?
No, I don't think
He
so.
was the one. He had a blanket on him.
Yeah. I know it's. I know none of this is right.
Yeah.
Man,
we're on to something, man. We're on to something here.
But I don't know. So the Spanish flu or sorry, influenza was the last one. I mean, they've had multiple ones throughout. Seems like every. You said what? 100 years?
Yeah, I don't know if that's just
but
it's
got to be.
That's a tricky word.
I mean, shoot, it's been. Well, that would have been 100 years, pretty much.
Been pretty close at it,
right? Because it's 2020 now, so
yeah,
20. And then it's 80. Yeah, 100 ish or so.
Man, it's not bad.
So that was like when the.
Interesting. So 1918 was. This is according to the CDC. I googled pandemics.
I think these mics are picking her up pretty good.
Okay, cool.
Can you hear me?
I mean, I can hear you.
Yeah, I can hear you.
I'm just hoping you can come in.
Okay, so I just googled pandemics, and it was just talking about. Okay, so in 1918 was the pandemic H1N1 virus, so the flu, and then
when was that?
1918 H1N1.
Wasn't that just recent too?
1918.
No, but didn't that one come back around?
The flu. That's just what the flu is.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that. Okay, continue.
Okay, so then next is 1957 to 1958 pandemic. That is H2N2 virus.
So that's just a different strain of the flu?
I don't know. Hold on.
Which one was that swine flu? Was that H1? That's H1N1.
I don't know. I don't know the differences.
This was
I thought swine was different than H1N1.
This is a new influenza A virus emerged in East Asia, triggering a pandemic called the Asian flu. This H2N2 virus was comprised of 3 different genes. Whatever. So I guess just a different strain of.
Strain, I guess.
Strain.
Strand,
I guess.
And then in 1968, so 10 years later, was H3N2.
God, so many abbreviations.
Yeah. So wait, they just added one, like H1 and H2N1?
Yeah,
H3N1?
Then it was
H4?
H3N2, which was caused by an influenza A virus comprised of 2 genes. Hemagglutinin. I don't know.
Okay.
So there was that. And then in 2009, H1N1 pandemic. So we went back to the.
Well, when was the swine flu then? And bird flu. When, that was recent.
I thought that was H1.
Those didn't come up on this.
Maybe they are H1N1. Okay, maybe they are H1N1s, but
because I thought that was pretty recent. But swine flu was pretty recently, within the last 10 years, also.
Yeah, because I remember that you get swine flu,
right?
Gosh. But man, that was probably at a college range.
Is it turtle flu a real thing? I just heard people talk about that. I don't know.
The old turtle flu.
The old turtle flu, because they have the bird flu, the swine flu, and the old turtle flu.
Did you make that up?
I think it's meant. They made that up.
What is that?
If someone gets the turtle flu, I'm really sorry.
Hopefully nobody.
He saw it first. He called the turtle flu.
I got a cough. I think I got it.
Been really pale and green.
I'm slower now.
I'm really slow.
Something's going on.
It's like the kiss of death for any speed athlete or anything like that. Got the turtle flu, man. His career is finished. Okay. I get on.
No, I like it.
Going to hell. All right.
I like it.
You can edit that last one out.
No,
please don't sue.
Nah, man,
please don't cancel me.
This is raw stuff, man. We don't do much editing on here because I don't know how.
That's the
yeah. So
okay, American polio
epidemic
was in 19.
But that was before the.
So epidemic and pandemic.
So there was the flu. I just googled pandemics this time, and so there's a lot there's the Russian plague, the Great Plague.
Oh, I've never heard of that one.
I don't know. There's a ton.
I haven't either.
These were all before the 1700s.
Well, bubonic plague. They just. I think I said that a couple weeks. We talked about it recently, a couple weeks ago. I mean, pandemics and stuff have been really popular recently. So feel like we've been talking about them a lot. Maybe not popular. Sorry, it's been very common recently, right? But apparently, someone came up where someone had like was it Mexico or Texas or something like that? Like they had a case of the bubonic plague or what the modern version
so
of it.
all these old diseases are starting to come around again anymore.
And I guess they will have like I can't remember what podcast it might have been Joe or something like that was talking about that if climate change is melting like areas that have typically been frozen over, like with the chance of maybe something that has been frozen or locked in place is now able to be mobile
because they're melting, and then like these medieval diseases are starting to arise again. So I think that was like a guy on Joe talking about that,
right? And it's kind of like how Jurassic Park situation, right? When they found that the strain of the mosquito or something like that was like encased in the amber, so it's got to be like the virus like that, maybe. I don't know.
They never asked if they should do it, only if they could do it, or what's the expression there?
The quote is,
they never said, "Why are we doing this? We should do it."
They never stopped to
think
if they should do this rather than if they could do this or something like that.
Yeah, something along those lines. People get that.
Still a solid movie if you look at the CGI and stuff like that. I mean,
it still holds up, dude.
Yeah, compared to a lot of the ones. I think you look at ones like the Clash of the Titans, and then
like
the first one that had to be like 3D. And
some of that stuff. Like, what are y'all doing?
Then you look at maybe like Jurassic Park, and you're like, that still really looks really good. And it was like,
what is that? Late 90s?
I'm gonna say 1995.
So mid 90s. And they can do that type of stuff then, and some of the stuff now you're like, come on, man.
Yeah, some of the ones that the newer ones have looked worse, but I don't know.
Isn't the new Jurassic Park coming out this year? 21? Isn't there a new one coming out? Sarah, can you look that up, please? Pull that up. I think there's. They posted production. Not posted. Yeah.
Is that right?
Postponed? Postponed production because of COVID, and then they restarted again. I thought I read. I always like to I knew movies coming out.
Did you see? Did they tease like the plot or something?
I don't know. It's just one of those things like you randomly see like the Batman's halts production because who's the guy playing Batman this year?
Robert Pattinson, the guy from Twilight.
He got COVID, so they had to stop.
Sarah's favorite movie. Sorry.
Well, FYI.
False. Can you fact check that? That's true.
Okay, Jurassic World 3. Release date is now June 10th,
2021.
2022.
Okay. So 2 years got pushed back 2 years, so a little bit longer. It's Chris Pratt and
its original release date was 2021.
Okay.
June 11th.
Gotcha.
It got pushed back a whole year.
Gotcha. So summer blockbuster, a little later release.
I saw where HBO Max is going to start putting all of their.
Sorry.
Yeah, it's kind of weird. Like you just got to. I don't know how it works. I was worried about them tipping over, but whatever. But
HBO Max, what?
They are going to start releasing all their movies actually on HBO Max instead of theaters.
I just read the article about the guy that owns AMC or something like that was losing his crap.
They're pissed. I think it's only like the Warner Brother movies. Like they're putting Wonder Woman on there this month, the new one.
Isn't that supposed to be super long too?
I don't know. The first one was probably a couple hours.
The 1984 one is the one I heard was supposed to be like 3 hours or 4 hours.
Shit,
4 hours. Not 4 hours. Sorry. Like 3+ hours or something like that.
I think the Justice League one they're doing
because that was 3 hours, right?
The original one,
the one with the I guess the original.
Yeah, I guess. It was pretty long. And now, yes, because Snyder they said that they might do this in like 4 different episodes, but like hour-long episodes.
Jesus. So
I don't know how much new material is going to be in there, but
I heard that anyway. So like you were saying, like the Wonder Woman one, but
yeah, I kind of like that idea. You miss going to the theater? I kind of miss it.
I feel like I miss it. I mean, I know why you miss it because of the popcorn, right?
Yeah. No, I mean, I just the experience and actually going and. But I
definitely like going. Yeah,
it is kind of nice. It's like you could sit on your couch and watch it anytime you want to. Then you don't have to worry about some asshole coming in there and just playing on their phone or talking during the movie. One of Sarah's favorites.
almost saw her fight somebody in the movie theater.
Yeah,
it was dark, so
I was there.
Figured out it was her.
We went and saw it or whatever, and she
was it.
I remember that's the last time I saw her getting a little upset.
I think there was definitely one time in it, and then definitely one time in the Joker.
Oh, that's right. I forgot. In the Joker, someone would.
There was like a kid and his dad sitting like in front of us, like in front of Dave, and like I was on the side.
I forgot Dave was there. Yeah,
and
that's
they
right.
just kept talking, and I was like, "Shut up."
People be like that.
Yeah, I want to say the past couple ones. those are probably the last ones we saw. Joker, was that probably the last one we saw? I don't know.
Last movie in theater? That would have been October-ish. So like last year.
What was the last movie that you saw
in theater?
Didn't you ask that earlier?
No. No, we were just talking about
okay, the experience, right?
Bad Boys 2? When did that come out?
I didn't.
I remember I went to Chris's birthday. I don't remember when. When was the last movie? So it would have been like March of 20, so sometime whatever came out, maybe before March last of 20. So
I don't know. It was probably one of the last ones we saw.
I don't remember
the World War II one.
Bad Boys 2?
No, not 2.
The Bad Boys Forever.
Forever.
There you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Still a good one.
Those hold up too. I like those movies.
Bad Boys Forever.
Yeah, Bad Boys Forever, Unlimited or Reloaded or whatever it is. Double Reloaded.
Reloaded again.
That came out January 17th, 2020.
Okay, so that would have been pretty close for me. Probably the last one I saw. Okay. I know I saw that in Christmasburg. Now I don't know what came out after that I probably would have went and saw.
I mean, we saw 1917 or 1917.
Yeah, that was the one where
we saw that Frank or not Frank's
in Blacksburg.
Yeah.
Like that was
Bloodshot. Didn't we see Bloodshot?
We watched that at your house.
Yeah. That was like almost
the Vin Diesel movie.
Yeah, that was like in the thick of the first part of the lockdown.
Yeah.
So I googled what movies were released in March 2020. The Way Back, Bloodshot, I Still Believe, The Hunt, Stargirl.
I don't know any of these.
Me either.
I saw The Way Back, not in theaters though.
The Banker. I never heard of that.
It was a tough time for movies back then. Nobody.
We don't know what it's like anymore out there.
Man, what are they doing out there?
Well, they still have our theaters still closed. Christiansburg is still closed.
Some, or I thought no. Some of them are kind of open-ish, right? Or are they fully closed again?
I thought
I thought I talked to a couple people and they went to actually see like Russell Crowe's last movie that came out.
Yeah, I'm drawing a blank.
Dude, I feel like a biggest idiot now. I'm on the spot.
January 2020, there was like The Grudge, 1917, Just Mercy, Like a Boss, Underwater, Bad Boys for Life, Doolittle, The Gentleman, The Journey.
That was Iron Man, Dr. Doolittle.
Gretel and Hansel, The Rhythms.
Gretel.
Section,
Yeah, it was like remake.
Hanson.
Birds of Prey. You saw that.
Oh yeah, I didn't see that too.
Was
When was that? Okay, that makes sense. That's a cool movie. I like that
so
one.
we're in February now. So Fantasy Island, A Photograph, Portrait of the Lady on Fire, Sonic the Hedgehog.
Shit, I'm sorry I missed that one.
Hey, can you pull up a video?
Call of the Wild.
Wish I could put that. I wish I figured out how to put that video in, so everyone could witness that. I don't even know what you
could
be
be right here.
Yeah, I don't even know what you would. What do you type in to look that video up?
Sonic the Hedgehog?
Yeah, the one where the guy takes off running and just crashes.
His costume is missing some fabric on the back.
I don't even. Yeah, you send it to me all the time.
I think I have it saved on Facebook.
Okay.
I've only seen it on Facebook. Where a guy runs as fast as he can and crashes into.
I love that video. If you want to see some comedy, type in Sonic Crash or Human Sonic.
Sonic
Crash.
Trip or something like that.
The girl starts cussing him.
Do you remember? This does nothing for anyone who's listening, but the meme that we used to send in the CFR boys group of that weird. It's person dressed up in a suit that has a little hat. It has a baseball bat. Yeah, it's a rubber baseball bat.
Wailing on people,
and it's it's like love or something. Yeah. It says how much I love you, and it's just crushing.
It just beats the hell out of that thing. But
that's one of those I can't make it.
I forgot about that.
You just lose it every single time. But
yeah, especially when people start putting up different stuff to go with it, and you're you relate to it. And you're hey.
It's like the Leonardo DiCaprio meme that everyone's doing now.
I love that one. That's one of my favorites.
Chad was trying to get me show me the new ones now. The ones of the guy holding his beer in the corner or whatever. Did he show you the ones?
I don't think so.
Yeah, he showed me the ones this weekend, the new ones. I've seen one before. And he's like, have you seen these memes now? They're starting to come. It's just like when the Leonardo DiCaprio meme was blowing up.
Yeah. Now, unless y'all send them or I see them on the old gram, that's about the only times I ever see him.
Well, he's too young. He's too young for us.
He's too young to hang out with us. You hear that? I wonder if he'll ever listen to this. Probably not. Dude, don't show no support for his boys. Don't worry, Chad. You might be a guest on here one day.
Well, Sarah's in there in in the club now, right?
In the club? In the Long Boy Club?
No. the 30 club-ish.
The old 30 club.
Right? Only a couple of days.
She's new to the club.
I am new to the club.
You feel any different? Nah.
Not yet.
People used to ask me that, so I'm like, oh, sure, I guess. I don't know.
I mean, I'm definitely tired, but that's just lack from sleep over the weekend.
And I hear that. You ever been on a job and like people be training you, like say, I got this at Walmart, like I remember first days, and like they'll start telling you stuff and like, hey, remember this? This will be on the quiz later. And I was like,
yes.
Yeah, and I was like, oh man, I haven't heard that one, buddy. Thanks.
The at Sports Authority, they had that. There was like there was a quiz thing you had to like take, and essentially it was like a safety quiz and be like, don't lift anything over like your head that's like 100 pounds or something like that. And then they'd have like a video. You had to watch this like it was like made in like the 80s or whenever like the video or whenever Sports Authority was created. So the timeline was for sure not probably gonna add up, but it'd be like they have some guy, like poor guy, lifting something over his head, and then all of a sudden it like pans away, and you just hear everything crash. And I'm like, yeah, that guy's definitely dead. Don't lift anything over your head. It's like if you're gonna try to lift a basketball hoop over your head or something like that.
It's
like,
don't
do that.
Who honestly? Do they have to make that specifically for somebody?
The only reason I can think is the greatest situation of cover your ass, or they actually had to do like, oh man, we have to teach someone not to put their hand in like, the paper shredder or something like that.
Or the cardboard thing where you had to smash it. Yeah. When I worked at Walmart, we had all those stupid tests, and I was like, who is this dumb? But I guess there is people out there that dumb, like drinking shampoo or whatever, and bath salts.
What? Drinking shampoo?
I don't know. I think I was just the bath salt thing when that was a big thing in Florida.
Well, that was it wasn't actually bath salts, was it? It was.
I don't know.
Isn't that the slang term for
the drugs?
PCP?
Is bath salts the same term for
PCP? Thought so. I thought it was PCP or something.
Oh, I don't know. I thought they were actually taking bath salts and like they just learned to do something like how people like huff gasoline or whatever, or, sniff it. So you might want to look that up. Sir, can you pull that up?
Okay.
Slang
term for PCP, or is this is bath
salts drug? Because like you're talking about the zombie guy, right?
Yeah,
is that what you're
like
thinking of?
It was big in Florida, right? Like tons of people, were
right?
Doing it. But there was one main guy that he was eating brains or something.
Right, he ate some dude's face or something like that.
Yeah, but I don't know. That could be a slang term.
That's the only thing. Only like when I think of bath salts, that's like the first thing I think of. Like that one Florida man case.
The old Florida. I mean, that would make sense.
Not a good publicity for them, but
Florida.
You know what they say?
Florida gets
like
shit on hard nowadays.
There's no such thing as bad publicity. So.
Any publicity is good publicity.
Publicity, that's right.
The old publicity word, I guess.
Angel dust.
Heard of that one?
That's okay. That's
Angel dust
for PCP.
PCP.
Have you ever done DMT?
DMT? No.
Joe Rogan? Me neither.
I've heard about it.
Heard a lot of that on Joe Rogan. So what? Just angel dust?
Hold on. Pause.
Okay. Sorry.
Slang terms for PCP?
Right.
Sure. Or what is it, LSD?
Well,
that's more hallucinogenic. Yeah.
LSD would be your hallucinogen, like the hippie, trippy kind of thing.
Okay.
Well, I haven't done either, so I can't really say. Like,
I'm just right there with you.
So there's a really long list.
Well, do you see
that? Angel dust, angel hair.
Why is it all angel?
Angel hair. It's a lot of pasta. I like pasta.
Oh, I eat pasta.
It's the alphabetical order. Okay. What is? Can you type in bath salts?
This just hit me. I should have put out a little Christmas tree right here, a little Christmas something. That'd be for episode 2. I mean, get a little Christmas festival.
The little other tree would fit right in there, man. You have plenty of space for that.
Mm-hmm.
You can even put it on. Well, I guess you're using it for your stand right now. Okay, sorry.
We can figure this part out.
A little peek behind the curtain there.
We don't look behind the curtain. No, we'll learn from this, and then we'll add a few tidbits. What I was really wanting to do is get another recliner.
Like chair like that?
Yeah, well, don't even just another recliner in general, and just set them up like that, so it actually looks like we're just in a lounge, and then just keep the desk over here. But obviously, I don't have another recliner, so maybe old Santa might bring me another recliner for
the podcast.
Sponsored by Lazy Boy.
Please. I'm not going to put my address out there, but I do live in Radford. So if you just happen to leave a truck. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, we'll find one. We'll find a laser. Just drive around.
When we
we'll
at the
see
coffee shop recently, and there was like someone driving around a mattress, like they made like 4 or 5 laps trying to drop.
Oh,
a
and the
mattress
old
off.
grandma's couch.
Yeah,
They were just,
the floor pattern.
I was
Yeah.
like, what are they doing with that damn thing?
Well, if they happen to do that, lazy boy, I guess we'll be using for the podcast.
Yeah, because
right?
we were talking about recovering.
Reupholstering. Yeah, reupholstering.
Reupholstering. Words are tricky sometimes. Reupholstering. Recovering.
Roads.
Roads.
How's your Sunday, sir?
Where's that Sunday from?
Sonic.
Oh, I was like, what?
And you can tell us about your day too.
No, I'd rather not.
Okay.
For Sunday, I got extra nuts so that, like you can layer it. So you open one bag, eat
half of it,
halfway,
and then
add more.
Oh, man.
It was okay. I mean, not the best Sunday I've ever had, but definitely worth it.
Sonic.
Okay.
Sponsored.
That's what's up. How long have we been going? Pretty good.
About an hour or so.
An hour? Man, we in a time warp here. Is it still videoing?
I don't know. The screen's black.
Fuck.
I don't know. It needs your face ID.
I'll just type in my number.
It just fell over too, so I had to catch it.
Nope. I won't.
Did you run out of space?
No, I think it just. Oh, fuck.
We got some of it.
Did you get a new candle?
Oh, so it just stopped at 30 minutes. I think that's just probably what it does.
That's probably the limit.
Probably. So I guess I'll
That's
have...
good. This is good, like, little test. Test.
Yeah, I mean, I'll just put in like a fill-in thing. Like,
right.
Put a little disclaimer.
Stay tuned for part 2.
I was checking out the name of it. What made you choose that one?
Just because of my life and just I guess this is what it is. This is the bachelor pad. No, I had to take Mom to TJX tonight.
It smells good.
Oh, that was kind of cool.
Oh, you got that tonight?
Yeah.
Oh, you went to TJ Maxx tonight?
I had to go over there, then drive back to the Meadows.
Yeah.
So,
You've been busy.
you're just a busy guy on Sundays.
Any more bites on the truck?
No.
Sorry. Too soon. I probably should have waited a little longer.
Yeah. No.
We just talked about it.
Maybe one day. It'll.
Okay.
I don't know. It drove fine up here for me, so I don't get it. But anyway.
Well, the plates on the back look good. The new plates.
We
look
got
good.
new plates. I'm driving that thing everywhere now, man. Fuck. Shit. But,
Well, apparently, like I saw a little snowflake on the old Apple product that I have in my hand,
Really?
the iPhone.
Snow.
Sponsored.
It's supposed to snow.
Says
What he's
70%
trying
to snow.
say.
Yeah, it's gonna snow.
When?
70% tomorrow.
Oh, I see what you're saying. I was like, what are you talking about?
It's supposed to actually start at 3 a.m. So just in the next, a lot of hours.
Right now.
Mine's pulling. My weather was for some reason pulling up 3 rivers in
Oh,
California.
this just reminded me. Speaking of this, I mean, this has nothing to do with the weather, but you said iPhones and stuff. So, you ever heard of the Signal app? SIGNAL?
No.
So it's like a new app service that you can download, and it encrypts all of your text. Because, like, if you use an Android, we were kind of hitting on this earlier in the car. Like, anybody can crack them if they want. If they want to look at your text, like anyone and anyone, it's really easy for an Android. But if you have an iPhone, it's a little harder. But if they're saved into the cloud,
You can still access them.
you can people can hack into that and just check out anything they want to.
So long as they have your password, they can.
I guess, or just however any hackers do shit. But anyway, the Signal app like encrypts everything and it makes it. They don't keep copies of it. It's like really Edward Snowden stuff, and it's like a safer way to text. Which I'm not hiding
you
anything.
have to go through the app to text everybody?
Yeah, I think it's like the is it WhatsApp?
Yeah, something like that.
So, and I don't know. I mean, I guess you're doing some shady shit, but I guess if you're also scared of people like trying to hack in your stuff. But anyway,
I'm not too
I don't
worried
know.
about it.
We can talk.
I guess they can try to steal my.
We can
Hulu
jump in on the
account.
privacy stuff next
What?
time.
No, we need that.
No, I'm just saying. But other than that,
I know Pat sent me an invitation. I think randomly he must have downloaded it and was like, "Hey, invite your friends" or something like that. So it sounds really familiar. Signal.
Yeah,
It sounds really.
I don't
familiar.
know how new it is, but it might be pretty new.
Right.
I just heard about it on Rogan, obviously. But
Is that one of his sponsors now?
No. Well, he didn't say it was a sponsor, but he had a guy on there who created it. But it seemed pretty interesting. I was kind of just interested, like maybe I should just check it out. But I was like, what? I mean, do I really need to have encrypted text?
I'll join on there. You just text me whatever you want.
Yeah, we start.
Sarah, can you download so we can text? Why don't we just text on the regular? Well, download it, please.
We need this. It's better. But I don't know. I think it's about time to wrap this up.
Yeah.
This was kind of
This
was kind of fun.
Yeah, man, it's cool.
It's nice having a little Googler over there. Actually, fact checked us some.
We'll have to get her a better setup next time.
I don't know. I'm thinking about like
better ice cream next time.
Maybe like an episode a week.
Sure.
I mean, that's not too hard on, especially like we were kind of saying, like after a Saturday training or Sunday, and this is like a mobile setup, so I can even take it. Just might be better at the gym with no wiener dogs running around barking. I don't know. It's like that.
I feel like that adds to it.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, it's a little.
Get you another chair.
Yeah, I think that's the main thing. I don't know if I like sitting here. I kind of like it, but because we have a place for our drinks. But another chair might add more a little. I don't know, loungy kind of feeling.
I guess there's nothing that
You can switch it up.
Yeah, exactly. There's nothing that says you have to do it the same way every single time.
Get a feel for it until we find this makes it feel right. This just feels right.
You could have brought this weekend, and we could have done a little.
Well, I thought about that, but I thought there'd be a lot of stuff going on, and I didn't want to take away from your birthday. You know?
Oh my gosh.
But anyway, I think that's it. Right?
Yeah,
Ended on a good note.
Well, thanks for having me on the
first. Thanks for doing this, man. This
episode number 1.
Episode number 1. I don't know when it'll be published, but hopefully sooner than later. Depends how work goes on this week. But anyway, all right. Too bad the video didn't get through, but I'll figure something out for that part. Last 30 minutes. But anyway. All right. I guess that's it, right?
All right, man.
All right. Bye, folks.
See ya.